Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the J spot, replacing your G spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host, Jaye, and simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J spot where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. Guys, Lady Lotus will be here after the first half. Want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, go right around the corner. Boop, boop, boop. Like our channel on YouTube. That's the J Spot Radio. Follow us on TikTok at the J Spot. Again, guys, Jay is Jaye. I hope that you all are doing well tonight. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Can you believe, oh my God, next week is Thanksgiving. I mean, this year has literally flown by. It seems like it was just yesterday that it was Groundhog's Day. Now we're heading into Thanksgiving. So I hope that you all and your families are doing well, guys. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. Plenty of hot topics. So if you want to join us tonight, talk to us, say hi, which is happy Thanksgiving. The number is 708-223-8953. Again, that number is 708-223-8953. Now, listen, we're going to kick it off. Speaking of Thanksgiving, our first hot topic, guys, listen. The lady says she got married recently, and she says that she has a 7-year-old child by another man. So she says that the father takes great care of her son. So she says that every year for Thanksgiving, her and the father, her son's father and the son, they always have dinner at her mom's house. So this year she's married, and her husband is saying that, you know what? I don't think the husband is saying, you know what? The son's father cannot come to Thanksgiving this year. So, or she can't go to Thanksgiving at her mom's house. She wants to know, she doesn't know what to do. She's saying, how does she best handle this situation? Again, she's recently married. She has a 7-year-old son. The son's father is actively in his life. But again, she's married, recently married. So now they're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. And she always goes to her mom's house. But the son's father always comes to the mother's house for Thanksgiving as well. So the husband is saying, you know what? Tell him, that he cannot come to dinner at the mother's house, or that she should not go to Thanksgiving. So either way it goes, the husband is saying, you know what? If the son's father is going to be there, then you shouldn't be there. If he's not going to be there, then that's fine. So now this poor mother is stuck between a rock and a hard place, guys. And she wants to know, what does she do? What should she do about this? Should she go to Thanksgiving and celebrate Thanksgiving, with her family, with the son's father being there? Or should she honor her new husband's request and say, you know what? He's saying, listen, you can't go. You can't go. If your son's father, first of all, he's saying don't have the son's father to go. If the son father does go to dinner, then the husband is saying, you know what? You should not go to dinner. you should not go to Thanksgiving this year if the son's father is going to be there. What do you all think about that? What should she do? Should she go? Should she not go? Should she tell the father, her son's father, not to go to Thanksgiving? Or is there another way to handle this situation? What do you all think about that? So with the son being 7 years old, now here's the thing. Here's where we have to get out of our adult feelings and we have to do what's best for the child. So this scenario can go a couple ways. So first, I personally, there's a few background questions that, definitely need to be answered before being able to make an informed decision for me to be able to say, she shouldn't go or he shouldn't go. So first of all, I would like to know, what type of behavior does the son's father has? Like, is he a cool dude? Like, I mean, or is he on some garbage? Like, is he always in some mess? Is it always some foolery going on? Like, what's going on with him? Or is he just a good dude just in his son's life? And it's a tradition. So now the son is loving it, but now we have you in the picture as well, new husband. So what I would think, so if the father is cool, then what's the problem with you all being there to celebrate Thanksgiving with your child? That would be my first question, because again, it's about the well-being of the child. That's what I would think. But if Buddy is, on some dumb stuff, then I would say, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, no, I think, yeah, y'all should, find some other avenues and you guys should celebrate separately. But I mean, if the father is a peaceful dude and he's just trying to legitly just be there for his child, father, what is the problem with, husband, what is the problem with the father being at Thanksgiving dinner? Like, now on the flip side, for the husband, I can understand that it could be a little bit uncomfortable. I can definitely understand that. I can definitely see that. I can definitely understand that. So I will not try and act like, would not be a concern. Not going to do that. But are you able to get out of it being uncomfortable just for a minute, just, long enough to do what's best for the child? Because again, like, if it's for the child and dude is cool, then I don't see what the problem is. Now, if dude was a butthole and he's on some dumb stuff, then I would be like, you know what? No, you're not going. Like, no, you can't go because dude always be on some dumb stuff. But if he's not if he's not causing any trouble and if he's not a problem, I don't see why he cannot come to Thanksgiving dinner and why the mom cannot come to Thanksgiving and you all celebrate as a family, because you really are an extended family, especially if the father is in the child's life. See, here's the thing. Let me tell y'all, let me just go in a little bit, because y'all, you're darned if you do and darned if you don't. Listen, some of you dudes out here be complaining, talking about some, yeah, she done chose the wrong dude. Now she want me to step up and take care of her kids and take care of this and take care of that. So now she got the father in the kid's life. The father is in the life, take care of the kids, and you complaining about that. You complaining because he there and he want to be around. Make up your mind. What in the world do y'all want out of these type of situations? I mean, it's like, you thinking that somebody trying to get with you because they want you to take care of their kids. Then you find out she got kids, but the father is actually taking care of the kid like he's supposed to. So now, with that being the situation, that still ain't good enough. Now you want to sit up here and draw a wedge in between that situation because of your feelings. Why? So it's just like, you're darned if you do and darned if you don't. So it's like, make up your mind on what you guys want out of these type of situations, because here's the deal. You knew going in that she had a kid. You knew that she had an involved kid's father. So now why do you want to make it an issue? It's the holidays. People want to be with their family. So the mom wants to be with the kid, her kid. The father wants to be with the kid. So what's the problem with them doing so together, like in the same under the same roof? I don't understand what's the big deal. Why can they not all celebrate together? Again, the only reason why I can see that there could be a potential problem is, again, if the father is a douchebag. If he's a douchebag, then yeah, no, he doesn't deserve to be around. And yeah, we're not going to be around this foolery because, we're trying to enjoy the holiday. But if he's not a douchebag and he's not on some dumb ish, then help me understand, why can this man not be invited to Thanksgiving to spend Thanksgiving with his son? They've already done the horizontal mumbo, honey. The kid is here. So I'm trying to figure out, what are you trying to prevent? Do you think that she still has feelings for this guy? Because again, if you think that she still has feelings for this guy, then that's definitely a conversation that you probably need to have with her, before even going forward with anything. But you're already married. So maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way, guys, but help me understand. Again, the woman, she's recently married. And so she has a 7-year-old, and they always spend, the 7-year-old's father is actively involved in his life, and they always spend Thanksgiving dinner. They always have Thanksgiving dinner at the mom's house. So the mother is recently married, so she has a new, she got a boo, she got a husband, and the husband is saying, listen, no, I ain't with this. He's like, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Schlong Dingalong. That's his name, Schlong Dingalong. And Schlong Dingalong is saying, we cutting all this Thanksgiving family ish. We cutting all this ish out. We ain't doing this one right here. We're not doing this one here today. This right here, we're not doing this today. So he's like, listen, I understand what you used to do prior to getting married, but we ain't doing that anymore. Does he have a right to do that? The woman is wanting to know, what should she do? Should she not go to Thanksgiving dinner and just let her son go, to Thanksgiving dinner with his father at her mother's house? Or should she be able to go to Thanksgiving dinner as well at the house with the family and just participate that way? Should she do that? Should she do that, or should she say, because that's what the husband is saying. The husband is saying, if he comes to Thanksgiving, then you can't go. And she's like, well, we do this every year for our 7-year-old, because again, the father is actively involved in the 7-year-old's life. So now, is it fair for the 7-year-old to not be able to spend Thanksgiving with his mom and his father because the husband, he got rocks in his jaws? Again, the only way I can see, him having a real valid problem with the father being at Thanksgiving dinner is if if the father is like causing some type of problems. But if the father is not causing any type of problems and he's just trying to be there, to support his kid or whatever, like, why can't he do that? Like, what is the problem with him doing that? What is the problem with him being there and spending Thanksgiving with his son and having dinner as they have done in the past? And if anything, new husband, please be mindful of that, because see, here's what you're doing. It's like, now you could cause the kid to resent you, because it's just like, now, and let's be honest, little kids are like that, because you're going to be seen as the bad guy because you don't want his dad to come. And if the dad comes, now the mother can't come. So like, you're tearing up your own house, like, for no reason. Like, if you got some insecurities and some things like that you need to address, then you probably need to check that ish at the door, sir. That's just what I'm thinking off the top of my head, because again, If you know that this man takes care of his son, and you know that he's been in his son's life, and you know that the holidays are coming up, why are you all not able to spend Thanksgiving together? And again, it's not like the wife said to you, well, since his father is coming, you shouldn't come. She didn't say that. She didn't say that. She did not say that you could not come. You all were coming as a village, this little 7-year-old boy's village. And that's what you have to start looking at it at, like, and stop being in competition with the father, because you shouldn't be in competition and you shouldn't be threatened because the real father is involved. And to me, that's just what it looks like. It looks like the father, it looks like the husband is threatened because the real father is involved. And again, I don't think that that should be the case. Again, this kid has an amazing village, and that's what it should, that's what it should be looked at, such a village. The kid has a great village, and you should be thankful to be a part of the village and build the village up, not tear it down. What harm is it spending a few hours just to make the kid that you're going to be responsible for that kid's well-being as well, because you've married the mom. So now this is your responsibility as well. So, like, why not make it as peaceful as possible? But guys, if you guys have a different thought on why why should she leave? Should the mother not attend Thanksgiving at her mom's house because her son's father is going to be there, and they spend Thanksgiving like this every year? This is what the mom is saying. We spend Thanksgiving like this every year. So this year she's married. And so this year her husband says, you know what? We're not doing that this year. Again, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Sheriff Dongalong, Dingaling. We're not doing this ish this year. We're not going to do this. You're going to not do that. You're going to stay your behind right here, and you're going to have dinner here with me if your son father come. But again, to me, if the father is not causing any issues, then I don't see what the problem is. I'm not saying that it would be like the most comfortable situation to be in, because I'm not gonna lie, it will be a little uncomfortable. I can definitely be honest and say that I think that it would be a little bit uncomfortable. I will definitely say that. But what I will say is that we got to start thinking like outside of the box. Like, we got to look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that, you know what, it's about the kid. It's about the best interest for the kid. And if that kid is happy and the kid has a huge village, please, let's not take away the village that the kid has. Let's not do that to the kid. Again, if we can sit down and have Thanksgiving dinner peacefully, again, it's about the kid, about doing what's the best interest for the kid. And again, a lot of times we get, again, being a single mom, you get slack. You darned if the doggone father, if he ain't in the kid life, yeah, they always picking them deadbeats and them rays, and then they want a winner like me. Listen, just because you got a job don't make you a winner. Let me just put that out there. Just because you got a job, there are plenty employed douchebags. Let me just say that having a job, having some money does not make you a winner. It does not make you Top Gun. It does not make you the number one draft pick because you got a couple of dollars in your pocket. I'm sorry. It just does not. Hey, my sister checking in. Hey, Lee, how you doing? So again, when we looking at situations like this, let's just try to think about what's best for the kid. Let's get up out of our own personal adult feelings, and let's just put the kid's interest first, because again, this is who it's about. It's about the kid. It's about us doing what is best for the kid, not being in our adult feelings. But again, at some point we have to, just put our personal ish aside, especially when you married this woman knowing she had a kid, knowing that the kid's father was involved. So if you knew that the kid's father was involved, Why are you trying to mess up that dynamic? Again, I just think that by you being a part of the village now, you have to be the leader and you have to take control of doing what's best for the village. And by you being the leader, see, this is where leadership ability comes in and all this other stuff. And it's just like when you get to talking about, oh, they don't know how to submit and all this. Listen, give something that she feels comfortable with submitting to. We got to remember that. We got to give something that she's, comfortable with submitting to as well. We can't just throw out all these blanket cliches and then expect, a woman to fall in line. And it's just like, okay, listen, sir, you have some questionable leadership skills. But again, at the end of the day, here's the deal. Ma'am, if you decided to marry him, you made him your leader, then you have to listen to what he said. So you chose him. If you knew that he can be unreasonable in certain situations, this is the guy that you chose. So you have to just suck it up and just know that, he may not be in position to do what is best for your kid because he can't look outside of himself. He can't look outside of his own personal issues and his own personal vices to do what is best for your child. So you have to always be mindful of that. Like when getting married and bringing other people involved in the fold, you have to be able to think about, like, what is this person gonna do? Like, are they going to do what is in the best interest of my child? Are they going to do what's in the interest of our family? So at the end of the day, you got to sit back and say, you know what? What's going to be in the best interest of the family? Is it going to be in the best interest for me to go to the Thanksgiving dinner? Or is it going to be in my best interest for me to stay over here with my husband because he's saying not to go? So at the end of the day, hands down, your husband, it trumps. If I had to adamantly answer, I would say, unfortunately, you got to stay home with the husband, or not, or you have to uninvite the son's father because your husband said so. Now, do I think it's right? No, I don't think it's right. I think that he should be able to, do what is needed to be done. I think that the father should definitely not think about himself, but at the end of the day, you chose him. You said I do to him, so it's yours. Hey, Mr. Fluent. Hey, owner of Fluent Radio. How you doing, honey? So again, we have to make sure that we are doing what is best for the kid. Now listen, speaking of doing what's best for the kid and the children and all this other good ish, here's the thing. This is the question. Is it wrong for a man not to want to date a single mom? Is it wrong? Is the man wrong for saying, you know what? I don't want to date single mothers. I don't date single mothers. You shouldn't be wanting to date married mothers either, but that's going to be another question. Is it wrong to not want to date single moms? If y'all want to jump on, fellas, and answer this, see, because y'all talk this ish on social media, but y'all ain't going to call in. But just in case somebody want to call in and intelligently explain why you don't want to, or why you don't think it's a good idea to date single moms, our number is 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. Is it wrong for a man to not want to date a single mom? Now, here's the deal. Here is the flat out deal. And I want you guys to let me know what you think. Is it you have the right to do whatever you want to do. So if single moms don't float your boat, I don't think that he's wrong for not wanting to date a woman with kids. As being a woman with a kid, I haven't dealt with a man that hasn't not wanted to date me because I had a kid. But if he did, and my son is grown now, but sometimes for some men that still doesn't matter, and that's okay. If you are discounting a woman and say, you know what, listen, because it's so much negative stigmas against single moms. Because let me just clear this up. Every woman that is a single mom does not have a Ray Ray or a Pookie for a baby daddy. They don't. Some people were engaged. Ish did not work out. So therefore, she's single. She's a single mom, and they're doing the parenting thing. Every single mother does not have a Ray Ray or a Pookie or whatever y'all want to call it as a baby daddy. As a like they just don't. I felt like I had to make that public service announcement to let that be known, because it seems like every other situation, every other thing that you see, oh yeah, she done had this baby. Now she looking for somebody to take care of her. Honey, we take care of our kid. We take care of our kid just fine. Just because we didn't work out don't mean that our parenting ain't working out. Just because their relationships didn't work out doesn't mean that they're not doing what they have to do for their kids. But at the end of the day, not only does she show up in the dating pool as a single mom, he's showing up in the pool as a single father. So it's just like we have to, be careful about throwing everybody in just this one big old pile. So I hope I've helped clear that out. Every single mother does not have a Ray Ray or a Pookie as a baby daddy. And every single mom is not looking for somebody to come and rescue her and take care of her or her kids. They're just not. Some of us are grown enough to put on our big girl bloopers, them big winter, because it's about to be winter time outside. Some of us are grown enough to put on our big girl draws. Okay, grown enough to put on our big girl draws and take care of our responsibility, because we know what we did and we know how we got our kid. We know how we got in the situation that we're in. We know our story. We know our journey. And listen, some of us are big enough to say, listen, I'm gonna brush that ish off my shoulder and I'm gonna do what I have to do. So showing up, if that's not your cup of tea, bro, I can respect that. Have nothing but the utmost respect. Pretty Tasha is saying, I guess it would be their preference. Absolutely. So if your preference is not a woman that has kids, I'm not mad. And to be honest, that's something that needs to be said up front. Like, like, man, you cool, but I didn't know that you had kids or whatever, and that's that. Ma'am, ladies, you can't be mad if a man that tells you, you know what, listen, no, yeah, you was cool, but then I found out you got kids. Like, I don't even rock with that like that. You got to understand, everybody's heart is not big like that. And here's the deal. Let's flip it. Every woman don't want to date a man that got kids. Listen, especially for those of some of us that may have kids that are grown. Now we look and turn around like, ooh, how many kids you got? You say they old. Because here's the deal. If you a good father, you got your kids. You're going to have your kids in your life. That's just it. If you're a good father. I'm not going to be with you and you got 8 and 9-year-olds and you don't never see them. What kind of foolery is that? But I expect you to be faithful and loyal to me. And this is what we got to understand, ladies. If it's in these guys' power and they're making a choice not to be in their kids' lives because they laid up with you, booed up with you, and you don't have a problem that they're not seeing their kids, can you please help me understand, how do you think he's going to respect, be faithful, take care, and honor you when he don't take care and respect the very thing that he helped bring into this world. I don't understand it. You can cry about, oh yeah, he did this, he did that. What you expect from him? He don't take his kids. He don't see his kids. He ain't never in his kid's life. You be like, I thought your son had a game today, but he up here laid up with you. He laid up with you, but his kids got a game, and he ain't thought nothing else about it because he there with you, and you don't have a problem with it because he's there with you. When the shoe is on the other foot, and he out here sneaking around on you and doing all kinds of stuff, please don't try to act surprised because, again, to me, and that's just to me, and tell me if I'm wrong for looking at it like this, but that tells a great deal about your integrity. Like, you don't even prioritize what you brought here first. You don't even put that first. That's not even important to you. You out here trying to make another one. Opposed to, okay, well, man, I got a kid, but, I get my kid every weekend, every other weekend. And like, if my kid need me, like, I'm there. Like, I have a consistent relationship with my kid. I'm talking to my kid on a regular basis. I'm not just a check, to my child. I'm actively involved in my child's life. That should be what you're looking for in a man if you are dating a man that has kids. But again, at the same time, being a woman that has a kid that's grown and out the house, and to meet a man that got kids that still, listen, they trying to write their name and trying to learn how to write cursive. Sir, I wish you well in your endeavors because I'm not hurt. I'm a good auntie. I'm a good once in a while babysitter, but I'm not, listen, I'm not the one that's going to be sitting up here every night doing multiplication problems and you asking me about the lies that they teaching you in school about Raggedy Christopher Columbus, how they lied to you, telling you that he done discovered America and he ain't discovered nothing. I'm not going to sit up there and be doing all this. I'm just not. Because, I barely made it when I had to do it for my son. So I'm not. So again, if that makes me wrong because that's my preference, then listen, I'm going to stand on the side of the wrong. But what I'm not going to do is sit there and get involved in something that I know I don't have any good intention towards doing. So the same thing with men that say, you know what? Listen, yeah, I understand that your kid is grown, but you still had a kid, and I just don't date women with kids. Listen, my love, much love. Like, it's nothing but respect. Like, we can still listen, cool, listen, go out, look, whatever, whatever. It's whatever, because you're entitled to that. Because guess what? With grown kids, stuff happens. Listen, when you are a parent, you are a parent forever. Like, your parenting responsibilities don't end because your kid is out the house. Listen, when them jokers are grown, guess what? They still need to borrow money. They still need this. They still need that. So your responsibility doesn't change to your kids. Your obligations don't change. I mean, they're not there with their hands in your pockets 24/7, but they're still there and they still need things. So a man is not wrong for saying, you know what, man, I would love to, but man, I just don't. Because for every dude that says, you know what, I'm not, man, I'm not with that, there's another man that will. So it's just like, you don't have to get caught up and lose sleep over who won't. Just know that there's one that will. And that's all you want to find, is the one that will, because that's what he wants to do. I come from a huge family. Like, there are people everywhere in my family. So I'm like, we don't like, the bigger the family, the better. Like, it's fun having a big family. Now, I know I could not personally be responsible for a lot of kids, because let me tell you, my nerves just ain't listen, I don't have the nerve for a mother that has a lot of kids. I don't have those nerves. So you have to be honest with where you are. See, when I babysit the kids, I got to take them one at a time. You can flip, they can be brothers and sisters, whole group of them. Hey, y'all ain't you all can't come to no. You all can't come together with Auntie, because Auntie nerves ain't what they should be. And I end up sending y'all all back. So we have to choose. You can flip a coin. I don't care who comes. All I know is it's one coming. Now, Jay, now how is that fair? You got all them sisters. Hey, well then that's on the parents. You choose whoever want to come. Okay, you choose who get to come this time, and we can alternate. So this time is child A, child B the next time, child C. That's it, and that's how we'll do it. But we're not gonna get A through C together, because I end up putting your kids out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I end up putting your kids out my house because all of that running and all this other stuff, my son wasn't that type of, my son, it was just one, and he didn't have all that energy and stuff. So, that's the type of environment that I'm used to. But these new kids, child, let me tell you something. These new kids running through the house, flipping off the table, jumping off stuff, sliding through tables, closing doors, trying to figure out what's going on with the fireplace and just all kinds of stuff. And my nerves is not just what they should be. So your kids will get put out. So if a man says that he doesn't date women with kids, ladies, let it go. Like, let it go. You can't be mad about it. Ain't no sense in getting all up in your feelings about it. That's his preference. That's his choice. Am I bashing him? Am I saying he wrong for it? No, he's not. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, listen, I prefer to hear that ish up front than to sit up here. Now you done fell in love, and then he tell you, oh well, you know, man, it ain't gonna work because man, I try to get over it. Try to get over. How you trying to get over somebody having kids? They got kids. How you try to get over it? It's like it's either for you or it's not. And if you know it's not for you, speak that ish, stand on it, and let it go. It's just like you can't change how you feel, and you're not wrong for feeling like that. So, ladies, we have to make sure that we are creating a safe space for when and listen. And let me just, please don't think that you can slob on Bob or swing off these chandeliers to change these men minds about wanting to be with you and they got kids. Honey, it's only gonna last for a while. Then he gonna find somebody that don't have no kids, and now you gonna be sitting up there, wasting all your time. Now your feelings are hurt because you thought that hanging off the chandelier, I'm gonna put this on him, and you don't want, listen. Stuff like this, you shouldn't want him to change his mind. You just shouldn't. You should not want him to change his mind. You should respect the fact that he's being honest and upfront and letting you know how he feels about certain situations, because he's entitled to feel that way. So if kids are not his forte, let it go. Let it be. He's not the one for you. And don't try to change his mind, because a lot of times, some of us women, we get fixated on a baby. We see him and we just know, woo, ooh, let me tell you, baby, this brother right here, he finna be mine. He told you he don't date women with kids, and you still doing everything in your power that that's gonna catch him, because you know how to catch him. But don't try to catch this brother, because he don't want to be caught by you, because you got kids, and that's not what he's looking for. So you may catch him and reel him up for a few months, but you're not gonna do nothing but hurt yourself, because he's already told you this is not what he's looking for. Your situation is not something that he wants in his life. And he's entitled to feel that way. And he's entitled to have that as his choice and his preference without being beat up about it. So no beat up over here. If dating a single mom is not up your alley, it's not up your alley. Please, I don't date single mothers either. I don't date them either. So listen, I'm with you, brothers. If you say I don't date single women, guess what? I don't date them either. Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
You prove me wrong. This ain't a regular love thing. It's that waking out to sleep with me massaging your feet, shit. Yeah. It's that anything you want, I'm only here to please, shit. Baby, you're in my command. Hey. Your kiss sends me a shot of dopamine. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you. And I don't know if it's real or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, baby. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, baby. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure, for sure. I don't feel it's a one night stand. It's that love you in your eyes. Say love in paradise. Our one life stand. It's that sweep you off your feet. Give you everything you need. Love. That's what I'm feeling. It's that don't pick up the phone, cause we wanna be alone. Love. And I never thought I'd feel this way, then you came along and proved me wrong. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you. And I don't know if it's real, or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, baby. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, baby. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure. Since you came in my life, I see so clearer now, yeah. You're so special, no need for labels.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye. All three. While you're at it, go right around the corner. Whoop, whoop. Go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to our channel there, the J Spot Radio. Like and follow us on TikTok at the J Spot. Again, Jaye. Guys, turn on the notification bells on all platforms because we have a lot of ish that's going on and we have a lot of good, juicy stuff that's coming up very, very soon. Stay tuned. Turn on the notification bells. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay. Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot. 30 and Up doing us, Tyson Smith. 180 Real Talk Chicago. Real MVPs. Marshall, everybody else that rocks with us. Thank you, all the supporters on the page, on my page, all my followers. Thank you, the J Spot. We appreciate you all rocking with us. Listen, it has been I think 8 years. We're coming up on 8 or 9 years. I got to check the years. It's been such a long time. But you all have been listening to me run my mouth. Some of you all have messaged me and said, I'm loud, too loud. And I am. Guys, I realized this. I don't have an inside voice. It scared me. It scared me the other day. I was like, whoa, child, you are, baby. This is just natural, honey. I'm just like, whoa, I scared myself. I was somewhere where I was supposed to be quiet and I was having a confidential conversation. And I was just like, how did this volume just turned up just without me even knowing? I'm just like, whoo, you all just charge it to my head and not to my heart, as I always say. So thank you all, though. Thank you for rocking with me all of these years. I really appreciate you all. Really appreciate you all. When I get everything, I got some other back end ish that I'm dealing with. But once I get all my stuff situated, we're going to do something. I'm going to have something so we'll be able to go out and do a little meet and greet and celebrate and just have a good time and, just get to meet each other up close and personal. So now, guys, listen. Here's the next hot topic. Now, this was funny. They asked if marriage licenses expired like driver's license, would married people renew their marriage licenses? So if they expired every 5 years, they like, okay, you got to come on down here to the state and you got to recertify your marriage. Do you think that most married people would do that? Or do you think that they would be like, you know what? Some of them are going to let the marriage, they're going to let it lapse. They're going to be like, you know what? Nope, I ain't doing this ish right here. We're not, and I'm not, and this ain't what it is. This ain't where it's at. And so, yeah, no. If that were the case, would you, if you're a married person, I don't want to get nobody in trouble, so I'm not even going to tell y'all to, call in or drop nothing in the comment, but I would say yes. I mean, I'm single, listen. Now, here's the thing, look, and here's why I would say yes, because I almost, listen, I was engaged. A lot of you all know my story because y'all been listening to us for a long time, and I was due to get married. Listen, I still got my marriage license and everything. That's just how almost married I was. Like, and listen, I held on to that piece of paper because, first of all, I don't want it to come back years later and bite me in the behind. And I'm like, wait a minute. Who signed this ish? Because I know I didn't sign it, so I still have the license just in case. But that's just how almost married I was, baby. Got the license and went down there and done told the little man at the courthouse, like, yeah, don't do this, and we doing, that's just how almost married I am. So for those that be like, yeah, y'all single. Listen, honey, I gladly kept my single papers. Okay, let's just say that I gladly kept them. Got that, like I say, hold that doggone marriage license right there in the safe. It's just in a safe space because I don't want nobody to ever be able to come back and say, "Oh yeah, she did marry him." No, we didn't. We didn't. Here go the paper. Here go the original right here. Boo, here it is right here. But that's just how almost married I am. Because, some of these people like to be making, and there's nothing wrong with being single. I love being single. But some people will be like, oh, yeah, they're going to die alone with a cat. I'd rather die alone with a cat than half of these people that be making these type of comments to even sit up and entertain any of the foolery that some of these folks be saying, because I like to call them typewriter gangsters. They type all that bullish and then, on the blue screen. But it's like, would I do it again? Yes, I would. Here's what I say. If I had to renew my license, because just how I thought about it the first time, and I decided that wasn't the right decision for me and that wasn't the right situation for me. That's why I say I can comfortably say I would do it again, because I know that I made the decision the first time to say, you know what? No, this wasn't for me. So I'm not going to do this because this is not the right situation for me. So I know that I'm not in a rush. And people, oh, well, you ain't getting no younger. Well, I'm getting happier. So, I mean, the only thing that can happen is, he can come along and we can add to each other and make each other go from happy to ecstatic. And then that's how it's going to be. But, you should already be in a place where you want to, it's okay. You're a safe space for someone to come and be a part of your life. But getting married, if I was to say, yeah, I would, because I know that it's not going to be a decision that I'm going to take lightly. So I'm like, I'm not going to rush, just like I didn't rush, got all that ish, had the wedding plan. Then I thought about it and I'm just like, yeah, no, I ain't going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to marry this brother right here because, yeah, no, this it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So therefore, I had to say no to that particular situation. But I learned a lot going through that process. So now I'm just like, okay, when I do say yes again, to a proposal, it's going to be, for the right reasons. And I will, go through with it. But once I say yes, you stuck with me. To death do us part. So if you ain't died yesterday, and then even if you do die, I might bring you back to life because you have not fulfilled your end of the bargain. We going to go out of this bad boy together. I have to be able to talk and get on your nerves. You need to listen. So I'll be like, Ike, you better not down me, Ann. You better not down me. If you die, I'll kill you myself. You better not die on me. You better not. So you know what you're getting yourself into. So no, I would expect to say yes again. But again, everybody doesn't have that type of situation. So everybody wouldn't say, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it again. But for me, I know that I would, because once I say yes again, for real, I'll be like, for real, like, Pastor, yeah. I'm gonna stay with this dude. I'm like, dude, you stand with me. If you get mad with me, then that's just fine. You just be mad, but we're gonna go in the other room and we're gonna have to find a way to, deal with each other. But who wants to go through the process of divorcing and all of this other ish? Like, I'm like, at this point, either we do or we don't. Either we is or we ain't. It ain't no in between. But if I said I do, then I mean I do. And we're going to have a talk about, listen, there's no purpose, and we're not going to get in front of the preacher. And then he's going to ask me, am I going to, I struggle with that. Am I going to SUBMIT? Am I going to submit and obey? See, those are huge words that, you have to take into consideration when getting married. So you got to take, if you're not ready to do that, or if you're with a man that doesn't require you to submit and to obey, then baby, listen, you are in the stretch, honey. You are in the clear, baby. But a lot of these brothers gonna want you to obey, and they gonna want you to submit. And I don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a problem with obeying and submitting, because, I know at the end of the day, like, it's gonna go how it's gonna go most of the time how I want it to go, because I know how to fix it where it can work that way. But if he be like, babe, we not going there, then, I feel confident in knowing, like, I'm gonna be able, if I'm really feeling in my spirit that that's the way it need to go, we're gonna go that way. So I just have to show him to change his mind and let him think that he did it. But he, at all times, he will always be in control. He gonna be the head, and whatever it is that he want to do, I'd be like, you right, baby, you are so right. Like, you right. You are right. But guess what? He gonna know that he got a rider on his side. Like, listen, don't come pressing my man. Don't come pressing him, because you're gonna have to deal with me. Okay. You're gonna have to deal with me. He gonna be like, sit down. I'm like, look, I'm just trying to I'm trying to have your back. Okay. If you rocking, then I'm rolling. Okay. We doing this. So getting married, but it's like, it shouldn't be taken lightly, and it should be what both people want to do. So it's like, if you don't feel like now some people have entered into it and they're like, man, wait till you get 5 years in, and then let me see if you're gonna still be saying, yeah, you'll do it all over again. You'll do it all over again. Here's the thing. I understand that There are going to be some days that we don't like each other. There are going to be some days that you probably want to strangle me. There are going to be some days that I probably want to strangle you or put something up your nose while you sleep or put some grease. It's going to be some days like that. Going to be some days like that. But how do we come out of that space? How do we come back to remembering why we got married and why we chose each other? And that will be the thing I think that will keep people together. But I mean, let's be real. Some people would look at this and say, man, please, if they gave me a chance to undo this marriage, after a certain amount of time, do you think that, okay, would I marry this person again? Heck no. Like, I'm up out of here. I'm not married. I'm not staying married to this Bama. I can't wait till this license expire. And you know what? Listen, that may cut down on the divorce rate, or would you still have to go through a divorce at the end of that process? Or would you have to wait until your license expires? If the license expires, then that's it. You guys walk away free and clear. But if you really think about it, how do you do that when people have built a life and, you got assets and things like that at stake? So I don't know if that will ever be something that can be just a simple, clear, breakaway when you really get into the meat and the potatoes of a question like that. But just looking at it surface level, if they said, you know what, your marriage license you can renew your marriage license every few years, would you renew your license? Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. Yeah. I would not believe if someone would have told me you would come along to reveal my soul. Cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold. So cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love sex. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, so easy to love, easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, is what I search my life to do. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families
one conversation at a time.
On IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And you all sitting next to me, we have the talented, lovely, esthetician, Chandler.
Yes.
Mother of a group of cool dudes.
Hey, y'all.
And little lady.
Missy Woo Woo.
Lady Lotus.
Hey, girlfriend. Hey, girlfriend.
God, it's been like,
hey, girlfriend.
I'm so excited.
Woo, woo,
and
woo.
I just can't hide it. Shimmy, shimmy. I got the good bra on today, y'all. Shimmy, shimmy.
And I combed my hair for y'all today.
I thought we winning.
Comb my hair today.
We winning today. But Lady Lotus, how you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you, gorgeous?
Good. You know, over here just trying to stay safe.
I like this little swoopity swoop you got going on.
Because I got a little secret.
Oh.
Got a whole bunch of secrets going on up in here.
Sound like it might be a GR. Is it the
no,
GRE?
That's a whole bunch of it. It's a whole listen. Ain't no telling what's going on.
Ain't no tattoo hiding up under there.
Ain't no. I don't know what's going on up under that. But I'm thankful for bobby pins. That's all I can say is
praise the bobby pins
between me and thee. But guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Me and thee. But guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye. All three. While you're at it, go right on around the corner. Boop, boop. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe our channel there, the J Spot Radio. Then go to TikTok. Ding, ding. Like and follow us there. That's the J Spot. Again, guys, Jay is Jaye. Guys, listen, thank you so much. Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, 180 Real Talk Chicago, 30 and up doing us, Tyson Smith. Hey, Tyson, thank you so much for sharing and everything that you do. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that shares and participates and supports us. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Listen, you all, look. Let me tell y'all something. The next hot topic. See, it's just, ooh, child. That's all I can say is, ooh, child. Some of these hot topics, you all, I love it because you all be cutting up in this group. It just never ceases to amaze me what goes on. And people really be having some stuff that they really be going through. And then some people just make crazy statements just to make statements. But the one, let me first, before I get messy, let me ask this one. This is a really quick one. In your city, because I really struggle with this, so I need some answers to this. Ladies, do you all go to a Black-owned nail salon? Do we support Black nail salons here in the city? Because here's the thing. For me, it's been very, very, very difficult. I have been looking for a Black nail shop for years. I spend a lot of money getting my nails done, and I would love to patronize a Black nail shop. As of right now, I personally don't. And it's not because I don't want to. But let me tell you all just some of the problems. And if you are a nail shop that does not do this ish, then please drop your information, listen, I need somebody out west or near west suburbs. I need you out this way, okay? Because I come often, and I'm not gonna lie to you and make it seem like I'm gonna be coming all way out to the south. I'm not even gonna lie and make it seem like I'm that person, because I'm not that driver like that. I'm not gonna be coming all the way. So I need somewhere where I know I'm gonna get to, because I go on a regular basis. But the stuff that I'm, facing is, first of all the Black nail shops that I've personally been to, everybody acts like they're busy, so they're not taking any new clients. I know a few Black-owned nail spots that I've been into several times, and when I'm gonna tell you, when I've walked in, baby, they look at you like, What you in here for? I'm like, I'm just looking to come and see if I can find a nail tech to start getting my nails done with your establishment. Well, you can go on this site and see if we got any availabilities. And if they just make it, some of them make it so difficult to get an appointment with them. Like, what is it like? Are you that busy? And so one shop, the shop, I'm not gonna put nobody on blast, but I asked the lady, I said, are you guys even accepting new clients? Like, because they made it so hard for me to even get an appointment, which I didn't end up getting an appointment. Well, maybe you can call back on Monday, you can call back, or it's gonna be a 3-hour wait. Everything has been so difficult. They send you to the site. What site do they use now? Booksy or Book Me or whatever.
Booksy. It's a couple of
whatever site that they have you going on. Now, my thing is this, because I'm a business owner. If there's a client contacting me about my Airbnb, my show, I'm not sending you to the site. If you got me personally on the phone as customer service, I'm going to show you I'm a professional and I can talk to you. And if I'm busy at that moment, I'm going to get your information. Can I give you a call back? I'm going to call you back. I'm not just going to send you to a blanket site, because clearly you got my number. If you wanted the site, you could have already went to the site. So clearly I wanted to talk to a person, but we're good for pushing people off. It's like all of these requirements. And I'm just like, whoa, all of this. But then I go to Ming Lee, sit in, get you in, get you out. They never have. Listen.
I ain't about to agree with you about Ming Lee.
Go ahead.
Because Ming Lee over up in Evanston was about to get it. And y'all, McCullough gone. I went to get my stuff did for vacation. And they come highly recommended. So I called. I said, there's 3 of us coming in. Oh, we know can't do 3. We can do 1. I said, okay, well, I'm the one going on vacation, so I'm going to do it.
Right.
So I went in there. Everything was going fine. I said, I want it natural. I don't want none of your no chip, your powders, none of that. The stuff he put on my nails, fine. My nails was messed up halfway through the vacation. So we got back. I went in there. I wanted to get, 2 of the little polishes fixed. Mr. Ming Lee gave me so much attitude. I didn't ask you to do it for free. I wasn't saying I want to go pay for it. I just want to fix it. I don't want to go back to work with my nails messed up. Don't worry about it, sir. I ain't never coming in here again. The thing with us being someone who's gone to school and kind of learned a little bit about it, if it's only you booked and you busy, especially if you're really, really good at what you're doing. You booked, you busy. It's probably only that person trying to run the phone. I can't keep up with, my appointments. So I need you to go to this website. But if I agree with you. If you are not taking in new clients, just say at this moment, I cannot take in new clients, or let me check my books and see how can I accommodate you? What works for you? I know you got some friends. If I can't do it, I got this other person that can do it.
I've never had nobody do that.
I would say that, because if we stop thinking we're in competition or we're giving our money to somebody else, if we keeping our money in the community, that's much better than keeping it in their community, because their community rolling. Their community is going.
Exactly. And that's like every time, and I'm going to tell you, I be feeling so, I'm telling you, I've searched high and low, and I don't know, maybe we was talking about this maybe a couple of years ago, where I was like, okay, I'm looking for somebody, to do my eyebrows, all this stuff, because I spend a lot of money doing this.
I got the hookup,
still
y'all.
not somewhere far. See, that's what I'm saying.
I looked on my homegirl for you. Hey, Miss Miyoki. I looked her up, but the bad thing is, y'all, is she moved to Georgia. She moved to Atlanta. She out there doing celebrity nails in Atlanta.
That's what I'm talking about.
But she does come home, and the shop that she's with, it's a Black-owned shop. I can't think of none of my girls' names, but I work with these twin sisters. They open up their own shop. They do locks. They do all those things. And yes, they go through their website. But I haven't heard any bad news about them. I will share everything on any Black-owned shop, because I try to do color folk. Brown,
and it's like
brown, black, whatever. Keep the
I'm
dollars.
just keeping it in black. I ain't doing no brown. I'm
keep
just,
it in our community.
Like,
but I will share those things. I got my little sister Dominique. She finished school. She's like one of the top brown sisters now, and she is hoe.
And see, that's what I'm like, you know, that is my number one desire, to be able to support more Black businesses. And I'm not even going to say, oh, because they charge them more. Listen, you charge what you charge. So
Right.
I'm like, you pay Ming Lena what they asking for, and you don't go up in there trying to get no discounts or nothing like that. So
we
I'm
do
like,
have to charge
you
more,
know,
though.
I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for consistency
and customer service
and professionalism. I'm like, you know, when I'm up in there, I'm like, listen, I'll be like, look, time be of the essence. I'm like, if you know that you, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna stay home, but I desire to work with a Black nail technician and more Black owned businesses. So if you know some, please drop them
with
in.
good customer service, not just because that's your homegirl, your homie, your brother, your cousin. You know the customer service is good.
Yes, and you will go there, and you go there. You support them if you are, you support them as well. Because again, you know, look. Whoo, child, that's all I can say is
because I need a shout out on the beauty shop, because I can't keep doing this. I can't. I ain't got the arm strength. My little flabby Batuya and Tamika over here tired, y'all. They tired. I cannot. Trying to keep this stuff cute on vacation. This worse than just wearing my afro. My afro will just spray some water in it and go. And the thing about us in beauty shops, you're not going to put me under a dryer and leave me sitting there for 5 hours while you do their hair. And then you just rotating people up under dryers. And I done heard your whole conversation about your man, your babies, and the girl around the corner you can't stand. I don't have time for that. When I was going to them Egyptians, I'm kid you not, they got me in, they got me out like a robbery.
Right.
But some of them, you know, they sneaky and they put that perm stuff in they shampoos and all that other stuff. Or they just blow dry your hair bone straight where I can't get my curls back.
Right.
So I learned their techniques and I know how to do stuff at home, but I want to be pampered. I want somebody to scratch the mess out my scalp. Get up, like,
man. Listen,
especially on the two sides.
Get you a fork.
I don't want the fork.
Get you a fork.
I want to lay back and let somebody else do it. I'm not that girl that go to the shops all the time, but I deserve to be pampered. So if y'all got a little beauty shop that stick to their time, if I got to be here at 6, I'm in the chair at 6. Somebody washing my hair, the wash girl got me out the chair. You blow drying it, you doing what you got doing. Y'all get me on out the door within 2-3 hours.
Drop that info, guys.
Send it.
Info. But guys, listen. Our next hot topic. Now look, child. Let me tell y'all something. What do you all think? So this young lady, she went viral. She was on another podcast, and this is what she said. She said, if you not down to hoe on a girl's trip, you shouldn't attend. She say, stay your end at home. Because when we go on a girl's trip, we go on a hoe. If you ain't down to hoe, stay home. What do you all think about that? Ladies, do you all agree with that? Is that what the concept is? That what the purpose of the girls trip is?
No, ma'am.
To go hoe?
No, ma'am.
She said if you ain't hoeing, you tell it.
No, ma'am. No ham, no cheese. Do not pass go.
She said, baby, if you not hoeing, you can't come. Stay home. She said
this on another podcast. On a podcast.
She said that. She said, if you not going, she said on the girls trip, we hoeing. If you not hoeing, stay home.
Well, I have hosted girls trips and I have been on girls trips, and us adult folk over the age of the 3s and the 0s, we don't do that. We don't. We don't do that.
Baby, she said we hoeing. She said if you ain't hoeing, stay home.
That thing
stank. She said if you not hoeing on the girls trip, stay home. That's what they going out on these girls trips for, is to hoe. And she said if you not hoeing, you telling.
Birds,
so stay your end at home.
Birds of a feather flock together, and I will not be on your whole trip.
But it's like you don't even. It's like you don't even have to listen. I'm like this. When I saw that, I said, "Ma'am, don't even blame that on no girl's trip, because you hoeing here.
That's her girl's trip,
right?
That's
and
what
you
she said. That's
you hoeing here, y'all.
That's
hoeing on the weekend. So don't blame it on no. Oh, if we ain't hoeing, we hoe. I mean, come on. A girls trip is supposed, yeah, you might do a little something that may be a little
you
bit
could dip
more
out.
risky, you know, than you would probably do at home and get a little bit more free because it's like, oh, whatever done in wherever you are stays wherever you are. But that doesn't mean that that's what the basis of a girls trip is to hoe.
Because that's you gonna have somebody else get in trouble with their man. Because now he done watched this video and now that's what y'all do when y'all on y'all little girls trip. Now you ain't going on no girls trip. That is not what me and my friends do.
Fellas, that's not what
now,
we do. We have,
I will say that Stella can get her groove back. Don't think it can't happen. But it's not to be a hoe. Some of them is, some of them ain't. But don't try to put that on all of us. Because if you put it on us, we going to run it right back on y'all. What y'all out there doing? Because she hoeing with somebody. Can I get an amen?
Amen. We're going to raise an offering on that. So here's the thing. So no, that's not the point of a girl's trip. You know, so again.
We're going to get drunk, throw up, run down the street, act a fool, do stuff we can't do at home because we don't want nobody to know how stupid we really is.
Man, and it's just like, so that's just like saying I can't go because I don't drink. Baby, I am the most fun. Let me tell you, because I don't drink, I don't get life. Man, I am that vibe, just like
she is. She's been that vibe.
I'm that vibe. So I'm like, I don't need nothing. Listen, my family tree is enough. My family tree is enough for me to do. Listen, my daddy, God rest his soul. That's all I have to say. El Sylvie, God rest his soul. Wherever, listen. That's all I need. I ain't that's it's in my blood, anime. It's in my blood. So I am that vibe. So you ain't got to worry about me because I don't care what you do. Whatever you do with your South Virginia is yours.
Did you just say your South
Virginia? Yes, it's theirs. Whatever you decide to do with it is yours. I don't listen. Oh, they gonna tell. Listen, honey, I don't care.
I ain't got time to be telling on you. What you do is what you do. Just make sure it ain't my brother you're doing it with.
And don't end up pregnant.
Or my cousin. Make sure it ain't nobody I got to be loyal to because my loyalty is strong.
Right. I'm like, listen, I just be like, I don't be wanting to be in. I'm like, look, now I'm that friend that don't listen. I don't want to know nothing. I know no evil, see no evil, hear no evil because I don't have time for the foolery. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be involved in all of that. But we going on these girls trips. I want
to see they girl trip pictures.
Oh yeah, about to look at them. I'm like, yeah, she look like that's what
that's what the real look.
Yeah, that's what the intent be. Don't say so. We not listen. Man,
I can't do nothing because my face.
See, it's just
facial expression. Just
be like, you just nasty. You just got the crust inside your panties. Watch you fellas when they start talking like
wait
that.
To get off the plane.
Just y'all gotta watch it. Them y'all be listening to these chicks that got crust in their underwear, and y'all be trying to make it seem like all women are like that. No, y'all that's the women that got the crust in their
That's
panties.
the one you attracting because you ain't no good.
Because look, the crusty panty chicks. Get the crusty panty, the crusty coochie committee. Get them up out of here. The CCC, crusty coochie committee. That's what we gonna call them. The crusty coochie committee. Y'all stop asking the crusty coochie committee about grown folk stuff, okay? The crust. I said it here. You can go ahead on timestamp this itch. The crusty coochie committee. I said it. That's who y'all need to stop asking all of this stuff. These are the women that y'all asking that have the doggone the internet in an uproar, thinking that men and women are against black women are against black men. No, stop asking the crusty coochie committee and ask the women that white between me and thee. Y'all not talking to us.
The right direction.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you get the crust in your panties because you got. Look, we're gonna talk about that another day.
The crust is in the panties because you just letting everything go up in there.
Crusty
and it
coochies.
Ain't got to be because it's raw either, because you just putting all that lamb skin up in there, all that plastic.
Crusty coochie.
Then you probably going back and putting soap all up in it. Just nasty.
Just the crusty coochie committee. And then y'all come out and then they come out with all these sayings. Yeah, these women be doing no.
These women don't.
No.
Don't call them women.
The crusty coochie committee. That's what y'all call them. The CCC, the triple C's. When y'all hear the triple C's, just know crusty Coochie Committee. That's who y'all talking to. So stop, listen.
And we're gonna have a real woman try to help them out by running their committee, adjourn the meetings.
We
they
need
a little help.
And we have adjourned this foolishness with the women going on these girls' trips to hoe. No, the Crusty Coochie Committee. That's who goes on them trips to hoe. The Crusty Coochie Committee, not the women. We not going there. Those that watch between me and thee properly. That's not what we go there to unwind and have a good time because we work hard for our money, and you better treat us right. All right. Ow, ow. All right. Ow, ow. Boom, shakalaka, like a boom. So that's who we are. Got it. Drop it low. Drop it low. So yes, so please stop asking the Crusty Coochie Committee.
I cannot believe this. We went to go get away from here.
And
have a little quiet time.
And they lying and saying
get all the tequila I could get. Tequila and pineapple juice, please. Baby, I had my tequila and pineapple juice. I was out there feeling good on vacation, baby.
Now listen, speaking about feeling good, you all fellas, look, and ladies, look. So when you go out, you're going out on a date, and we are just stuck to our phones. It's just like it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
That's not right.
But fellas, you out on a date and she's scrolling through that devilish phone. How do you guys feel about that when you're on a date? Do you think it's rude for her to be on the phone? How would you feel if you were on a date and she's going through her phone? She's going through the phone. She on the phone every few seconds. She on the phone. She on the phone. She on the phone. Check on social media, taking pictures of everything. What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel when you're out and she's on the cell phone the entire time? What do you do? What's the next move? She on the phone the whole go round, taking pictures of everything. Just she's not physically into the date. She's there, but she's not into what you got going on. She's into posting and doing whatever it is that she's doing on social media. How do you guys handle that, fellas? How do you handle being out with a woman and she's on social media? She's on her phone the entire blessed time that you all are together. She's out there on that dang on phone. What do you guys think about that? How do you handle that situation? She's on the phone and you like, you know what? This raggedy wench right here. Let me tell you something. I brought you out to get to know you and try to have a good time. And what you do? You on this doggone phone. She's on the blessed phone all the blessed time. This chick is on the phone. How do you all feel about that? What do you feel about being on that phone all day? You know, she's on a date and she's on the phone. Guys, do you have a problem with that? Ladies, when you're out, are you consistently on the phone? How does that look? Like, what do you do? So when you're out, Lady Lotus, are you on the phone? And what are your thoughts on that? Women being out on the phone while they're out on a date.
I don't think nobody should be on their phone while you're out, period. Having family dinner or whatever. You're supposed to be engaged. You're supposed to be there. If you don't want to be there, don't be there. But to be there on your phone, I am going to pull my phone out and take some pictures of my food, especially if my food come out good. And, you know, if we cute and we looking good, I'm going to take some pictures. Now, I ain't got to post them at that moment. But I think that it's very rude. And we was just doing something and walking past Panera Bread. And when you walk past the window, every single table was like this. If the people at the table wasn't with like this, it was the laptop. It was probably a good 10 tables with maybe 2 people. 2 tables where they were actually engaged. Everybody had a phone on the table. But why are we not engaging with each other anymore when we're spending time with each other? We took our time to come outside. If I was a man and I was on a date with a woman and she put her phone up, this gonna happen to her phone. I'm here. Hello. You want to be with them people in the phone, you can leave. Check, please. She needs to go be with her fans on her phone. If I'm a woman and I'm outside with you, hello, you don't see how pretty I am? You don't see how long it took for me to get dressed? You ain't have to do nothing to pull your pants on. I
people
had
don't spray
curlers,
draws.
makeup, smell good, pick a perfume to make you want to bite me.
Bite you in all the
Yeah.
rights. Now
That
look.
night perfume should make you want to be edible.
So now look, here's the thing. So okay, so as a phoner, so okay, here's the deal with me with the phones. So I am not. I do have my phone out, but I do state this: I'm not chronically on my phone, but I do keep my phone out because I do have, a couple of businesses that sometimes need immediate, attention. So I do let that be known to the guy. Like, I'm like, because I have my notification. So I know, like, when I hear a certain notification, I know what that notification means. And I know if I need to address it or do I need to just let it go or whatever. But I do have my phone. So when I know I have people checked into my Airbnb, like I always have my phone because listen, you might be like, oh, what? You don't need... Baby, listen, let me tell you something.
Customer service.
You try being, I done had it all. Listen, I've gotten phone calls at 2:00 in the morning because they've been drunk. They done locked themselves out of the Airbnb and now they need to get in, so you got to walk them into how to get in and all this other stuff. So it's just like, you got other things that need to take. So I have, so I always have my phone on. So my phone is always on. And then occasionally, if I've been out for a long time, managing the groups and the pages and stuff, like, I'm like, okay, can you give me like a few minutes? Let me go through and approve these posts and stuff. Because here's the thing, like, I still got stuff that I gotta do. I'm not gonna be sitting on here all day responding to everything, but like going in and approving posts, like if we're on a car ride or something like that, when it's a little downtime, then I do those type of things. But I'm always letting them know, can you excuse me for a few moments? I'm just let me just do this real quick. And when I say it's real quick, it is real quick, but I'm not sitting up there browsing through, just sitting up here, and I'm not doing it all the time. But at the same time, understanding that, man, like, I got some other stuff that may pop up, when we're out, but I do let that be known beforehand so that it's not a shock, or I'm not coming off as being rude when we're sitting there and when we're talking, because I am trying to get to know you or whatever, and I'm trying to have a good time. But for me to be able to just say, okay, I'm powering my phone off, I can't do that.
A lot of us probably
and I'm like,
can't.
And being a mother, and I'm not doing that. It's too much stuff going on.
Right.
It's too much stuff going on. But I'm like, no,
you can't. I feel I'm one of them people where I wish I could. Like, I want to go on vacation. I want to put my phone in the locker, the lockbox, and not deal with it. But I can't. What if something happened to your mama, your daddy?
Right.
What if something happened? We need our phones, but I feel like I'm not even one who really like phones on the table.
Yeah, I don't either. And I put it back in my purse, or I put it under my leg and have it on vibrate. Melvin Ike Turner is saying, if you are on a date, you're on a date. And I can respect that. But because I'm on a date, I still run businesses that may need my attention, and I have to be able to tend to my business whether I'm on a date or not, because again, my businesses pay my bills and my responsibility, and I have to do that. So I have to be able to multitask. I have to be able to entertain you, and we entertain and get to know each other. But again, if I have something that comes up, then I need to also be able to know and that you're going to be okay with that, because this is not going to be the first time. Because now here's where this what you bring to the table ish bites you all in the behind. I bring to the table my business and what I have.
Yourself, whatever.
I bring to the business what I got. I got a lot going on.
And making it sound a little prettier. Some people businesses are like being a doctor.
Right.
A doctor cannot put their cell phone up
at
or
all.
Their pager.
At all.
If it ring, they gotta go. A lawyer, a judge, whatever the case may be, if they gotta go, they gotta go. If you're running a business that pertains to customer service and you care about your business and your people, then you're going to answer. Now, me, Keisha Candles is closed at 7 p.m. I'm not answering your message. Don't call me. Email me, whatever the case may be. I sell candles. There's no reason for me to be. Now, if a message ping and it ain't closing hours, then I can put it to the side.
Right.
Because it's not important.
Right.
If your house caught on fire, ain't nothing I can do with it. We're going to get the insurance company to help you out with that because the candle didn't really make you happy. Your negligence did. If I am an esthetician, if I'm in my life of my esthetician, I really don't have to be on call for anybody.
Absolutely.
But if I have a Airbnb, if I am a landlord, if I am it could be if I'm a child care provider, something might have happened to one of their kids and they weren't able to get back to me and I need to answer. Some of our jobs require us. My regular job is a logistics job. It's certain points where I might have a driver accidentally got my cell phone. If he called me and he lost or he can't find something, I can't leave that driver because that means my shipment ain't gonna move. I need my shipment to move so I can get paid.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
That's in understanding, but those things should be discussed and that get to know you process. But I feel like even in a longevity relationship, just because you've been together for 5 years, don't mean y'all should be sitting at the table.
And I totally agree.
Your kids shouldn't be sitting up these daggone iPads and tablets just so y'all can have fun. Rule, and I'm gonna shut up. Faja's not allowed to touch her tablet if it's with us, because she only uses her tablet maybe once a week. If I know we going somewhere, I'll bring it just in case. She's not allowed to use her tablet until we order our food and we have had some conversation. So she know, what do you want to eat? What do you want to drink? Okay, how was your day? Daddy, how was your day? Mommy, how was your day? All right, now mommy and daddy about to have some conversations. She touches stuff. She throwing forks on the floor. Pull it out. And you're going to look at something educational. You ain't sitting up here looking at folks play with toys and all that other stuff. But I don't want her thinking this is how we interact. This is why people losing social skills.
Absolutely. And it's just like, the thing is with that, it's just like, again, if we have businesses, do it in the phone action is in moderation. I'm not saying sit up there and attend to every single thing. Like right there, you have to organize and prioritize. So again, it's like with the notifications and everything, things are set up. So it's like when I hear it, I know what this means. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to get this, and then I know what I can look at and do at a different time. But like at the end of the day, your business has to come. And everything should flow accordingly.
Correct.
And speaking of flowing correctly and accordingly.
And I'll let it flow.
How to enjoy Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving is next week.
I can't
believe it just snuck up on us. Like, where did the time go?
Where did 2023 go?
Where did it go? It's just like, what?
Didn't we just eat Easter basket candy?
I thought it was just Groundhog's Day. I'm like, I remember just being around yesterday and it was Groundhog's Day.
Didn't the kids just start school? It's like I don't know. When we was younger, time went by so slow when you were a kid. The year felt like a year.
Taking a nap felt like a long time. Now taking a nap, baby, it's like you just lay down and the world is over.
Isn't that just going to bed?
Listen,
I'm a need for somebody to give Illinois their hour back. I don't understand why we still doing this Aztec clay stuff, but y'all need to stop this daylight saving time. Because it shouldn't be dark when I get off work at 4:30.
Listen, I'm asleep now. My spirit is somewhat asleep now because it's dark outside.
I want my hour back.
I do too. Listen, give me a bonus hour because it'll be dark it'll still be dark at 5:30 right now. So just give me a bonus hour and give me 2 hours. Send us back 2 hours, and then we can adjust to all of this food.
Everybody just be on the same time. Why we can't be all?
Because this world likes confusion, but we're not gonna operate in confusion for next week with Thanksgiving.
I feel the chaos already.
No, you can't feel that.
I feel the chaos.
You can't.
You cannot have perfect Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has to be chaotic.
But we want to give some tips on how. So first, still, why does it have to be chaotic?
Because Auntie got to be arguing over who got the best macaroni. You need a little, like, I ain't saying we arguing, cussing, fighting, but there is no perfect world, and we not always together. So we want to see Uncle with his little chest fur right here with his pants all the way up here. And he said, "Watch out now,
got to,
watch out now,
you got to."
I want to see that. I want to hear Grandma go.
And I'm gonna be right there next to her doing
that
the
little
same
girl
thing.
over there. Oh, look at him, just nasty. That ain't the same girl he bought right here last year, is it? Shut up, Mama. Okay, damn me, shut up. Okay, go on, Jay.
No. But we need that, and that's like
we do.
But this is why we're talking about this tonight, so that you can enjoy it. So you're not stressing out trying to make things be perfect, and realize just what you said. It's not going to be
perfect ever.
Nothing.
Somebody coming late. Somebody ain't showing up. Somebody forgot the turkey.
Somebody gonna always have something to say.
Now
about
y'all eating Cornishins because the store ran out. I heard the collard greens was sold out in all major cities. FYI.
Listen, Lord, listen. And for those of you they did a little bit better this year, but because this year they saying for those that listen, and what I'm about to say, I'm gonna make a disclaimer right afterwards. So for those that eat chitlins, they doing a little bit better than they was last year, because last year they was like $30 for a 5-pound bag.
Hold on, wait. That's not even the red pail.
That's not even a red pail. They was $30 for the pre-cleaned bag, $30. This year, I saw them for like $24. So I don't know if I'm going to have any, like, I just flip in and out. Some days I be feeling like it, some days I don't. I just came off of a detox, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to be up to, taking in that amount of, I'm just not sure right now.
I don't eat the chitlins.
Here's the thing. For those that say, that's slave stuff and that's nasty, you eating pig smit and all. Listen, you eat human smit every time you put your mouth on somebody's rectum to eat it like grocery.
I didn't eat it. Technically, it was just licked.
Where they...
Technically, that's just
where you still...
That wasn't chewed it up and swallowed it.
It's still, listen, if they made a mistake and had a dingleberry, you done had some human smit.
Y'all shouldn't be having relations without taking showers and baths first. If y'all still having relations without cleaning your parts properly before you have relations, you nasty.
Listen, dingleberries come out that area. Listen, farts come out that area. You don't know. You up there, you just taking them home. You just taking him on upstairs. Then you flip around, baby. You don't know if he done passed the fart. She done passed the fart. All I'm saying is, so stop trying to go. Stop going in on the chitlin eaters and saying, that's pig smit. Listen, we done all ate smit. You either eating pig smit or human smit. Your mouth done been in the area. You may as well go ahead on and eat you some chitlins. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead on and eat you some chitlins.
Schlong dong, his balls. If my face get too close to his brown booty and it smells like chitterlings, I'm leaving.
Listen, if y'all want to talk to us, our number is 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do the chitlins. You're going to do... Listen, if you're eating butt, you can go ahead on it. You can feel safe to eat your chitlins.
If you eating pig feet, pig ears, and pig tails, you might as well go eat the chitlins. I don't eat none of it.
You can, and if you're eating butt, you may as well go ahead on and eat you some chitlins. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't eat pork,
but you know what? You don't eat pork, so that's the only reason why you won't.
I like beef.
You won't get you some beef chitlins.
Oxtails.
Get you some oxtails.
That's the closest I'm getting to a butt is an oxtail.
Listen,
I'm gonna tear them oxtails up.
All these parts that been next to a butt. You just don't listen. Right. They done listen. Your spam and stuff that could be.
If the chitterlings smelled good, if the chitterlings didn't look like a brain, You remember that movie where the man bust out the top of the wall and he was like, I smell your brains. It wasn't brains, it was chitlins.
Baby, listen, it's hard going through the process, but once everything is fine and dandy. But listen, so eat at your own risk. But I'm just saying,
argue about this at Thanksgiving either. Let people eat what they want to eat.
And knock yourself out. So if you eating chitlins or whatever, then you knock yourself out. If you eat butt, then you knock yourself out. Eat butt, eat chitlin, whatever you want to eat. Just worry about what's on your plate. We just trying to help you to enjoy your Thanksgiving. So here's the thing. Here are a few tips. First of all, try to prepare everything early, prior to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So like, okay, this is the weekend of, so listen, if possible, go get everything this weekend so you don't have to worry about rushing and trying to get up and do everything that day as much, financially possible, because again, this stuff is expensive, baby. Woo, child. But do that. Ask responsible people for help. Now listen, if you know your good girlfriend Judy can't cook, don't ask her to cook nothing. Maybe she can be responsible for getting the pop and the ice or buying these store-bought cakes and stuff that a lot of people listen. Now I'm gonna show my bouginess. I don't eat store-bought cakes. I don't eat store-bought pastries. Really, I really don't. Like I'm like,
take it back.
It's home. It got to be homemade.
Mariano's got some good cakes. I don't know what you talking about. The Mary or the I know.
Man, I don't. It's just one.
Jules got some good cake.
Now it's one cake that I would say that I had somebody, he bought me a cake, found a bakery. He never told me where it was at, but he bought me a birthday cake. Baby, that cake was so delicious. Now I'm like, tell me where is he? So he never told me what bakery, where it was from. He never
Did
told
it have a little angel on the
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was
I know that one. That want that angel on top. I don't know who she is.
I don't know where he got it from, but it was delicious. But outside of that, I only do homemade cake. So, we have definitely a chef in my family. So we be, hitting her up. Thank God that her arm is not broke, because, last year we suffered, baby, because her arm was broke. That arm, baby, and we all suffered. I told her, listen, we need you to make sure you taking care of yourself.
She got to make up for that now.
That's all I was trying to tell her. She hung up on me when I told her that. She's like, y'all so spoiled. Y'all just listen.
You did it?
Right. I'm like, are you making a cake or peach cobbler? She making a peach cobbler. So get somebody responsible to help you out. Be flexible and expect the unexpected. Listen, make everybody feel welcome. Even if you have somebody that's not welcome that show up. Now listen, let's talk about this inviting somebody. If you are invited, then you are invited. But you have to make sure it's okay if you bring a +1. You got to stop showing up at folks' house with two things you got to stop doing. Showing up with at folks' house with a +1 and showing up with a +1 and you empty-handed. The devil is a liar. And then the third thing is you got a +1, you showed up empty-handed, and you got all these to-go trays. I rebuke you right now.
I'm showing up with 5 people.
I rebuke you right now.
I'm showing up with 5 people.
But they not unannounced.
They not, because I was trying to surprise my auntie and tell her we driving down to Georgia. But then I thought about it. I said, that's just rude. You going to pop up for Thanksgiving with yourself, your daughter-in-law, your daughter, then my best friend coming with her mama and her godmama. That's 6 of us. Let me call my auntie and tell her we coming.
Yes. And that you made a good point. Now, because here's the next thing that you all have to be. Now, I'm going to say this next statement and I'm going to say it in love. If you know your kids are for the devil and you taking them over somewhere that these folks got nice stuff, you need to tame your kids or train them or
leave
them. Or just stay at home. Just decline the invitation and you got to cook for you and your kids.
Do a drive-by to get your plate. If you know you love their food, do a drive-by.
Because, it's a mess. Now, I know some of y'all might be like, now, Jay, you know what? What kind of question is that? Now, how you going to make a statement like that? You, my love, are probably the one that got the kids that don't nobody want to be around. And every time you show up, everybody acting like they at home, or you finding out that people done had gatherings and you wasn't invited to nothing. That's because your kids don't know how to act. Now they may not know how to, the family may not know how to tell you. So I'm gonna go ahead on to tell you, because they trying to spare your feelings and they don't want you to, feel bad. Mr. Lee said, y'all are too crazy. We just gonna tell them, your kids are bad and you're not welcome because your kids just don't do right. So if you know that you got kids and they don't act right, don't go to these folks' house.
If you don't know that your kids don't act right, here is a sure tell statement that will help you know this. If you hear someone of an elder say, I just need 1 week with them kids, then you know your kids bad.
Right. And see, here's the thing, because I'm going to tell you, if you come running through the house, I'm going to snatch one of them up. I'm going to snatch them up. I'm going to snatch them up and I'm going to bring them back to you. I'm like, do this belong to you?
Don't nobody care about your millennial gentle.
Right, because if you know you got the spawn of Satan, don't do us like that.
We're gentle parenting. We're trying to talk to them. I'm about to beat them.
I'm putting your kids out. That's just it. So I need you to make sure you know where they coats, they book bags, they shoes, they bottles, they nooks, where they pacifier. The pacifier calling the nook, whatever that is. Listen, we taking them. We put y'all all out. Y'all not, dinner ain't been served. That's okay. Your kids done got on our nerves. So I'm just saying it, and I say that with love. Okay, I say that from a place with love. Now, here's the thing also with the kids that you got. This is a FYI. Do not, if you got more kids, you need to bring the amount of food for the amount of people that coming with you. You can't just bring a 2-liter pop and you got 50 people coming in with you. That ain't right. You got to bring enough that's going to be able to feed the amount of people at least that you came with. Because, you
got to go over what you bring. You can't just bring pop and say, oh, I bought this pop for my kids. No, if you brought 5 kids with you, you need
to bring 10 pops so that you can.
You should be coming in the door with 2 cases.
Absolutely.
If you brought a cake and you got 5 kids, then you should be coming with 2 cakes.
Listen, we got to ask, okay? If you are cool with listen, some of these families, they love the old boo, but you got a new boo. And the old boo is still cool with your family. Y'all can't be inviting that other person's new boo. You got to make sure that's okay, because we don't want no complications at the Thanksgiving dinner. So make sure that you done, cleared it, and you know what boo to, because listen.
I'm just going to say it. That ain't going to work for me.
The old boo and the new boo?
I mean, just telling people who coming and who not coming. Now, I'm going to be mannerable and respectful, and I'm going to say, my very first daughter-in-law coming. If y'all got a problem with that,
child,
I mean, people love me, and I love people, and I build relationships with people, not just because you're dating someone. If I built that relationship and that's still my people and I talk to them and they want to stop by, now I'm going to say, stop by. Don't try to stay for the whole day. Just do a stop by.
Y'all better give these folks a heads up so that they can know that they old boo finna be there, because they don't want to be up in there. Just stirring up mess. Look at Lady Lowe's just stirring up mess. I'm gonna be over there too. What time doing start? Because
we gonna be in Georgia.
Out down south. Now listen. So let them know if a new boo, if you got they old, listen, just
tell them. Let them
have
know.
Have these.
I got an add-on for you.
Go ahead.
I need y'all to make a grocery list, and not just a grocery list for what items you don't have, but make a list for everything. Dressing. What is everything that you put in your dressing? Sweet potatoes. What is everything that you put in there? And then you could X off on your list what you have at home. Checking that. Make sure it ain't expired. And then you can do your grocery. That's what I do. Like, I already have my list, my recipes. Everything is already out.
You see, we want to enjoy it. So again, if everybody pitches in and everybody does their part and be a good neighbor and be a good guest and a good host, then everybody will enjoy the holiday. But again, as Lady Lotus said earlier, there is no such thing as a perfect holiday, a perfect table, a perfect nothing. There's always going to be something that may go wrong. So the important thing to think about and just focus on is what the season is for, and that's to be thankful.
Yes.
So guys, I want you all to have a happy Thanksgiving. Take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy your holiday, and we will see you after the holiday. Until next time, you guys, be safe. Peace out.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Good night, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for hitting the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.